カゴカブスの今永昇太が本拠地でのサンディエゴパドレス戦に先発。メジャー自己最長となる7回0/302球を投げて、7安打8奪三振1四球2失点に抑える力投を見せた。防御率は 1.08 と、未だメジャートップをキープしている今永選手に関して、アメリカのテレビ番組が詳しく解説していましたのでそちらの翻訳をお届けいたします。それではご覧ください。
Brewers are now in a virtual tie with the Chicago Cubs. Exciting finish at Wrigley last night. Look who's back. Cody Bellinger, off the injured list, fractured the ribs on April 23rd. 6th home run of the season, 1-0 Chicago. Shota Imanaga.
This guy, yeah, he's a unit, people. I mean, he does not care.
Strikeout of Kyle Higashioka.
He's a
He is
showman.
fired up through 5. Now we move to the 6th. 2 on, 1 out, facing Manny Machado. Gets him. Next batter, Xander Bogaerts. Imanaga's ERA of 1.08, third lowest through 7 career outings since 1913. We move to the 8th, facing Jurickson Profar. Now, there was a question of maybe you take Imanaga out.
I was surprised he came out for the 8th. I understood it, but I was surprised.
Yeah, that was the last batter he faced. By the way, Jurickson Profar has been really good for the Padres. They have a 2-1 lead. All right, in the 9th, tied it to Michael Busch. Did he get it? Did he get it?
Yeah.
He got it. His first home run since April 15th when he homered in 5 straight. Cubs with a walk-off win, 3-2.
Look at that energy.
Over the Padres.
That's what you love. Look at.
I'm not kidding. There's not a better place in the world than when the sun's setting at Wrigley Field and the fans are going nuts.
Well, they were
there was
going
a
nuts
little
yesterday.
drizzle when he hit it.
Yeah.
Well, we have a side angle of Michael Busch's homer.
Now,
that place is like, I can't explain it.
They stole your soul.
When they traded me, that was a disaster. I'm not kidding. That ruined my life. That affected me deeply.
His wife said
Still
you
to
were
this
never
day,
the
I should
same.
actually seek therapy because I haven't gotten over it. Because there was no better feeling in the world than being in the dugout at Wrigley Field and like Dempster or someone saying, "You guys ready?" And you run out and it's like, oh my God, this is what it's all about. And it was that last night for me. I was sitting there talking to J-Mac. I said, who do you believe in more? The Cubbies?
Yeah.
Or the Pods? Because on paper, the Padres are more talented.
Yeah.
So I'm going to throw that. I mean, I know my answer, and it's a kind of a cop-out answer.
I think this wouldn't have been a question if Shota wasn't that. I don't think I put eyes on him, maybe the WBCS.
Yeah.
And then Justin Steele was just kind of getting his footing, his first start back. So if he pitches the way he pitched last year, I'm taking the Cubs.
Can I be
And the Cubs can win their division. I don't think there's a snowball chance, and you know what?
But what we
Dodgers
have
don't
found out, all you have to do is get
in.
And here's my answer. If Imanaga is going to pitch like this with Justin Steele,
then Tyone,
then yes, give me the Cubs.
But I do agree about your Padres talent-wise.
The Padres,
they're more talented roster up and down.
You know, I know Musgrove is on the injured list right now. Darvish pitched pretty well a couple of nights ago.
Yes, he did. Cubbies need some bullpen help down, but everyone's going to say that down the stretch. I just want to take you inside a couple pieces right here because Imanaga in the 6th inning against Manny Machado, who I believe is one of the best right-handed hitters in the game. You talk about trusting your stuff. He's throwing a shutout here, 1-0, and his defense lets him down in that moment. He does not deviate. He gets him 0-2, and then he tries to fish him. Little change-up away, splitty away, and he says, no, I'm coming right in here. And you're seeing Manny Machado, he's just missing these pitches. He can't believe he's getting 4-seamers middle in. And then he goes to work with this nasty split to Xander Bogaerts. He throws basically 5 of them in a row to Bogaerts to get out of this inning, and he pumps up the fans. You can just tell this guy. I wasn't here when you had him on the other day.
Yeah, he's so good.
He's got personality. Yeah, he's got personality for days. Look at him walking off the mound at Wrigley.
He's the pitch hand winner.
Good night, I am in. And then they welcomed Cody Bellinger back, and he goes out and throws out 3 knocks and a homer. I mean, how did that had to feel super good? They're going to get Seiya Suzuki back at some point. And then Michael Busch goes walk-off. We have a side angle. I was sitting there on my couch last night. I'm like, Michael Busch is getting to live the dream right now. Look at that. Rain coming down. Perfect balance. Side angle shot.
Oh, you were living through him. I can.
Oh, it was
great.
Great. It was a great moment for him. He's worked hard to get here. He's a former first-rounder with the Dodgers. Kind of had to win the job in spring training, and he's hitting the baseball nice. The Cubbies are an interesting team.
Yeah.
They're a very interesting team because Justin Steele's better than people realize nationally. Shota's obviously giving you a chance, and their lineup's sneaky deep.
Cease and Wisniewski.
That's cheese, like a cheese croissant. That's gross.
It's good.
I'm not kidding.
It's good.
So
I'm about to crow hop that thing out of here.
Shota Imanaga should be in a band. I mean, he has that kind of charisma. His scoreless inning streak ended. His dominance has not. He is dismantling lineups, JP.
He is. And how about this? MLB.com this week, David Adler talked about how his fastball is the single most valuable pitch in Major League Baseball.
How do you quantify that?
Quantified by its value in terms of analytics and metrics. But the reason why it's so valuable is the interesting part, Lauren. It averages about 92 miles an hour. In these velocity-obsessed times, listen to this carefully, the most valuable pitch in baseball right now is this man's 92-mile-an-hour fastball. And the reason why, and David Adler brought up some of these points, is because it has a minimal amount of vertical break, meaning the optical illusion of the rising fastball. It drops less than the average fastball does because of the carry on it, the way he releases it. It plays up in the zone. He throws it high, and it stays high. So if you look at like his heat map of how he throws the baseball, there's a lot of high strikes that he gets right at the top of the zone, and especially, Lauren, in these launch angle times, guys keep swinging beneath it, and it seems no one can square it up.
I love what he said after yesterday's game. He said, I have trouble getting up in the morning, so I'm just going to change my alarm to the Wrigley fans.
There you go.
And then I'll get up.
Day games, D-Row, Wrigley Field. Perfect for him.
2:20 Eastern, first pitch today. The Orioles have weapons, JP. They are making sure what happened last year in October does not happen this year. If you didn't know Means and Irvin and Kramer, you definitely do now.
Right. And their rotation is getting healthier. Bradish is back. Means is back. So in the last week, they've brought both of these key starting pitchers back to the rotation. Here's how the group looks right now, even with Rodriguez and Wells on the IL. To your point, Lauren, at this moment in time, the Orioles have, when healthy, 7 quality Major League starters. And I think this will help them navigate the months ahead. The other piece of this that I think is really interesting is that they make the Burns trade in the offseason. But they don't give up really their top 1 or 2 or 3 prospects. They still have tradable depth, especially among position players in the minor leagues. They have multiple players at AAA who would be playing every day in most other MLB organizations. And what that tells us is that come July, Mike Elias can make another move, and we'll be busy to try to figure out which additional starter the Orioles get.
AL East is going to be fun, as is the AL West. Rangers at the top. I feel like we saw Nathaniel Lowe like this last year, kind of, batting .322 so far, JP.
Even better now. And, of course, he missed the first several weeks of the season due to injuries. Since he has come back, the Rangers have been even better. Now, last night, Marcus Semien was the hitting star #1. But you look at the way this lineup sets up now, Lauren, the left and right balance. They were missing a lefty bat in the middle until he got back. And they had a solid start, but they've been better since he has come back. There you see it, 10-6 since he has returned. If he keeps this up, his OPS right now, Lauren, is tracking about 100 points higher than it was over the full season last year. So, again, it's early, a relatively small sample size for him, but you can just see the way the Rangers play when he is in the lineup. It's a much better and deeper team. It's going to be tough news for the rest of the AL West and the Astros, who are trying to fight their way up. I'm not seeing a path right now.
Speaking of the Astros, it's like the balance we're seeing in the Bronx from the left and the right side, right? With Alex Verdugo and Juan Soto. We saw that last night in the Bronx. You're going to stick around, Jake?
Yes.
いかがでしたか？この日も快投を見せ、リーグトップの防御率の今永選手。このまま勢いを継続してサイ・ヤング賞、新人王を獲得してほしいですね。このチャンネルは日本人メジャー選手に対する海外のインタビューなどの翻訳動画をご紹介いたします。ぜひ、チャンネル登録高評価よろしくお願いいたします。